how do you navigate obstacles in life? Oof, that's not an easy one, to be honest. There's many ways that you can navigate obstacles in your life. And where I would start from a very simplistic NLP coaching based perspective is, what specifically is the obstacle, who specifically is involved, and how specifically is this obstacle in your way. And that allows you to figure out what you need to do instead of going why the obstacle is there. There is no answer in why is there an obstacle in my life. It's how specifically I start solving it. It's important to keep in mind that a lack of information equals a stress response in the mind and in the body. And when we have a stress response in the mind and in the body, I think it's so interesting that I'm talking about stress. As you can probably tell right now, I'm actually in Bali, one of our NLP training locations, about to start the training. And I think a lot of people actually come here to overcome obstacles. The activation of their central nervous system, their burnouts, their lack of purpose and meaning, positive emotions, flow, etc. And so in navigating the obstacles, it's not why you're having it. That's psychoanalysis. Is that effective? Maybe, I don't know. But I know if you want to navigate an obstacle, you need to know how you got there. Okay, so one way of starting to figure out how the obstacle is created is to actually not do it from the stress response. Because when we're stressed, we are less flexible, we are less open to creative solutions, we're less able to be creative in our solution finding. And because we're not breathing and we're stressed, we're actually start to activate a fight or flight issue within ourselves. And that's, I don't know, it's maybe good to solve some obstacles when we're in life-threatening danger. But I think most of our obstacles are not quite of that realm. And even if you are in life or death danger, you want to calm down. You want to dissociate. You want to float your mind out of your body and see yourself over there and observe yourself for a second. Or you want to breathe. So one little tool that you could use in resolving obstacles in life, to navigate obstacles in life, is you could go, okay, what specifically could I do to solve this obstacle? And you can go outrageous here. You can go from the most boring solution to the most outrageous solution. And start brainstorming from that perspective and see what comes. You could consult an expert, obviously, or a friend, and ask that person to brainstorm with you. But what specifically or how specifically do you need to solve this obstacle? What action is required? So if this obstacle were to occur, what specifically do you do? That's the question. What is the second tool that you can use? Often we see obstacles that haven't even happened yet and we don't know if they will. So what can you then do? Well, so it's number 2. If this obstacle were to happen, I will deal with it then. That's also one way to do it. And the last technique that I can give you is, how do you navigate obstacles in life? How do you overcome them? Is by placing your mind after the obstacle has been navigated, solved. You could even do it 1 year later. That helps to getting the stress response down as well. What would you see, hear, feel, smell, taste, looking through your own eyes, having solved the obstacle already? And you'll look back at, from this space, as to what the last stepping stone was before you completely navigated the obstacle, and the stepping stone before that, and the stepping stone before that, and the stepping stone before that, all the way to the present time. And that is how you overcome obstacles in life.